What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis video. Alright guys, we are back. It is Christmas Eve, and we got some goodies to look at. So first thing I want to talk about real quick is going to be the draw section. So we have a couple paid draws that are available here for those who plan to spend at 1,500, max 3 times. You are guaranteed one or more 5-star weapon. I think this is a pretty damn good deal for anyone who's paid to win. Just please, of course, spend responsibly. It is the holidays, guys, so don't go crazy here and spend all of your money before the new year. We've got a lot more things coming down the pipe as well, so it's worthwhile saving. Now, with that being said, there is an actual new feature draw. I was kind of expecting this, but not expecting it at the same time. So you guys know the Zach and the Matt one is available, but there's a feature draw 2 now, and as well as a special pick one. Now, the special pick one here is interesting. So it's 5-star weapons selected on the wish list will appear. So this is kind of a cool one, but I kind of feel like it's damn right bait. Because if you look at it, there are stamps. So anything in your wish list, you are guaranteed to appear for sure in these sections, in the guaranteed slots. So if you're smart, I'm going to be real with you guys. Don't do this. Do not do this. Like, it's only 2 pages long, first off, so you're only guaranteed X amount. So 2 of your wishlist items. I mean, you can get more along the way. But if there's no costumes, I would avoid this like the plague, man. So, guys, just, again, I'd be smart about this. You all have a wish list. Your wish list shit will show up anyways one day or another. I wouldn't be crazy about it and do this. So, I would highly recommend skipping this 5-star weapon selection. If there's no costumes, realistically, that's what you're pulling for, right? Most of the time, unless you're a whale, then you probably will do this just to kind of get a couple more OBs under your belt. But as a free-to-play player, this is one of the worst options you can do, because at the end of the day, these weapons are always going to be available. You'll get them eventually. The biggest issue, of course, is the fact that you don't have a costume. It's kind of what you're all about. Just so you guys are aware, though, at least the draw is pretty high. Odds are 45% for one. So none of this really changed. I think this is all the same, actually, if I look at it. Sorry, let me go back. 45%, does that change at all? I think it's probably the same draw details, I'd imagine. Let me go back here. Yeah, it's the same thing. Same thing. Really, you're not really getting anything special here, guys. So do yourselves a favor. Skip this portion. Now, let's go over to the next part that I want to talk about, and that is going to be, of course, the stamina pass added to the shop. So this here, as of December 24th, today, with this pass, in addition to getting red crystals, you can access daily missions where you can obtain stamina 20 times as a reward, which is pretty big, 7 days. But again, I think most whales are probably at the point where they don't need that much stamina, so I'm not sure how smart this shop idea is. Let's just go here real quick. Year-end packs, there's a couple of year-end packs here as well. Again, like, it's up to you if you want to spend. I honestly don't recommend it, but it's up to you. You want to support the game, you want to support your account, do what you got to do. Just please be responsible. But let's go to the passes. This is the new one here. $18.99. Bro, you are out of your mind. I mean, you get 3,000 red crystals, which is a multi with it. I think that's ludicrously priced. I think that's crazy high pricing. Anyway, so that was the other part that I wanted to go through because we talked about it today. And then, of course, the co-op battles are, in effect. So let's go ahead and jump in to a co-op battle and see what the expectation is for some of these fights. Now, if you are brand new and you're playing the game on Steam for the first time, of course, Ifrit is out. Make sure you are doing this fight and getting yourself the weapons and the tokens to get him out of the way so you can move on to Shiva. Now remember, the very hard mode 1 does not count here. It has to be done through solo mode. If you have not checked it out, I've done a free-to-play guide a long time ago beating the very hard mode 1 with 89k CP only. You can easily do this with the new weapons that are out nowadays, especially if you have someone like Sephiroth that you're running as a main unit. We've got the Airbuster, of course. We've got the Baylor King Specimen as well, and then Bahamut himself. So Bahamut, as you can see, is 14,000, 22k, 33k, 45k, 56, and 64. So all of these are available for you to farm. First off, if you don't plan to farm Bahamut, I'm going to just say this right now. You should, at the very, very least, try to get yourself the crystals. Like, get those out of the way. At the very, very least, get those done. Like, the crystals are going to help you with pulls coming up next month, which is most likely going to be for Yuffie or whoever else you want to go for that she's part of. But I think at the very least, like I said, get these out of the way so you can move on and focus on finishing very hard Bahamut. Or if you're brand new, at least, again, get the crystals and complete those. Also, Remember, the same thing applies for Bahamut here. Completing very hard mode here does not help unlock Mega Flare. You actually have to do the very hard solo mode. Again, you can check out my guide that I created for this. So once this person named Cloud, ironically enough, is using Lucia, is ready, we will jump into this fight and see if we can get this done. For those who are struggling with finding co-op members, I'm not sure what the issue is. Like, I've had like zero issues. Like, well, on Steam, I've just logged on, pressed it, and bam, there's always, whether it's like hard mode, easy mode, it doesn't really matter. I've had complete access to everyone on co-op, which has been great, because before I actually did have problems. Now I don't have those same issues. So there he is, the king of all summons, the king of dragons, Bahamut. Love this fight, honestly. But I will say this about Bahamut right now. The beauty of Bahamut is it's not even required. Like, he's not a required unit. You can absolutely do this and beat him without, or sorry, you can actually wait on beating him and not worry about it, because realistically he's not going to be used very much in the beginning because of his summoning, not a summoning animation, but the fact that his summoning takes forever, his bar takes forever to load. So you're better off still using Ifrit on a daily basis, like Ifrit, Shiva, and Ramu. But if you are running him on, let's say, if you're running him on like a dungeon ranking, and you can get like the summon recharge item and get a maxed out Bahamut right from the get-go, then you're set. You're set for a while, because that will do a lot of damage right from the start and probably give you guys the best bang for your buck in terms of summoning him. But for everything else, in regards to like actually needing him, it's not required. He's been, like, quite honestly, anyone who's had him even maxed out from a whale perspective has even said this. Like, he's great to have, but he's not a must-have at the moment, right? He's purely aesthetic. He's purely a summon that you can use during, again, those dungeon rankings with those summoning recharges. But on a daily, he's not needed. So don't stress out, guys. For a lot of people who are upset that who think that he's a pay-to-win unit or a summon, and they're upset about the fact of not having him, if it makes you feel any better, he's realistically not needed for quite some time. All right, so don't stress out. So there you guys go. Bahamut, fairly easy here with a decent team. Shout out to the co-op members here. Remember, my Discord is available to run co-op on a daily basis, and quite often actually. So if you are looking for a community to help you run this co-op mode to get yourself as many of these tokens as you can, that might be a good spot to go. I know a lot of people are in fact doing it. Also, just real quick, so you guys are aware, if we go back home for a second and you go to the mission section, this is the most important part of these. Okay, so in the campaign section here, you guys can see the more you fight these units, look at this, clearing Ifrit 10 times gives you 500 crystals. 500. Clearing Bahamut gives you 300, 300, 300, 3. Look at this. The amount of 50 times on that normal mode right there is a joke. You guys could easily get that done. So you can get yourself a lot of different crystals just by participating in it. So I highly recommend, guys, do both. Even if you don't need Ifrit, get it done. Get it done and move on, right? Like I'm gonna be doing this for sure, just because I need to get I want to get it done and move on from, because my weapon is not actually OB10 on this, surprisingly enough. So really recommend pushing this for sure and getting it done, guys. It'll serve you guys quite a bit, and at the same time, you get yourself the 500 crystals from finishing Ifrit, and then you can move on and get yourself additional crystals from doing Bahamut as well as stamina pot. So every stamina pot you use, you'll just make back anyway. So don't even worry about it, guys. Okay? So there you guys have it. This is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Best of luck on your co-op. Remember, the Discord is in the description. Feel free to join anytime. Jump on, get the role for Final Fantasy VII Evercrisis, and join this ever-growing community that is on my Discord. All right, guys. Take care. See you guys in the next one.